Okay, so this is my second letter, guys, and I've been doing this thing where I'm just sharing my letters from the heart to inspire other people, encourage them, and hopefully help them move forward. Listen to this letter if fear has been holding you back. Okay, let's talk about fear. Dear Bestie, fear can be the biggest trick in the book because fear will let you believe that if you do that very thing, something's going to happen. Fear will let you believe that if you fail, it's going to be the end of the world, which isn't true. Fear will see you take one step forward and remind you what you're scared of and pull you right back to where you started. Fear likes to give you a sweet tug to come back. Fear likes to act like your biggest supporter, but only if you stay safe and where you are. Fear will tell you that you can't do something. It will remind you of all the different scenarios where you tried and it didn't work out. Fear knows how to tell a good story. It will be believable too. It will tell you one of the best believable stories. And then when reality hits, you realize, it went too far and none of it happened. When I was almost about to go homeless, the way fear played on my mind, and I kept imagining myself lying down on the sidewalk and not having anywhere to go. And I kept on seeing myself sleeping on a sidewalk and feeling so disoriented, lost, and not knowing where to go. And you know what really happened? Nothing close to that. I ended up getting help from church and finding somewhere to stay before I even got to that point. That was a pivotal moment for me years ago. I quickly learned to never believe any of the stories that comes to mind when fear is right at your front door. I was more upset that I spent so much of my time creating all these scenarios, making myself anxious, so much worry, being like, oh my God, I don't want this to happen. And the learning lesson that you can learn from this is fear will feed into the fear that is already there, that's already inside of you. And usually the scenarios that you create in your mind never really happens. They never come to pass. Or at least not as bad as you're thinking it will be. It made me realize that I'm stronger than I think I am. You are stronger than you think you are. There's a part of us that thinks we're not going to overcome it, but it really isn't true. In my experience, there's always some type of solution that happens in that situation. Even though it may not be what you think it should be or what you thought, but there's always some type of scenario of a solution that helps you to solve that problem so you can move on to the next thing. And I know you may be thinking, well, there's bad things that has happened to me. And I agree, there's bad things that has happened to me too. But even though those things has happened, there is always something at the end of the road. You're never just left there stuck in that problem forever. Hence why you're still here listening to this letter right now. I can't tell you the amount of times where I've been working towards my dreams and there'll be something saying, oh, it's going to take you so much time to do it. It's going to take forever. You're going to get tired. And then I end up doing that very thing in 15 to 20 minutes. It's all a lie because it'll have you thinking that whatever you want to do, it's going to take like 2-3 hours. And that's what fear does. It tells you a lie, so it keeps you in the same spot. We have to be aware of this. The stories you tell yourself, it's going to set the stage for what you do today and what you do tomorrow. The questions I have for you is, are you telling yourself stories that are contrary to what is your reality? Are you letting fear lie to you and tell you a good game when really that's not the case? Are you allowing fear to keep you in the same spot? Are you allowing fear to take over your present? Fear is nothing but imagination unless you choose to believe it, because if you choose to take charge of it, it could cause you to make some of the best decisions you ever made working through fear. If you've been wanting to take the next step into something new, now is the time to do it. Overcome your fears. Push through your fears. Even if you have a fear of doing something, do it scared. Do it even if you're uncomfortable or it doesn't make sense or you don't see the end of the road. Because you'll find that the more you do it, fear gets easier to ignore. It gets easier to overcome. The more you push into it, the more smaller it gets, the more easier it gets to overcome. Because what's going to happen is that you're going to start to develop results. You're going to start developing evidence. You're going to start developing testimonials. Because now you'll have real evidence of how you feel. Now, every time you start to do that very thing or you go through a similar situation that brings fear and fear starts to creep in, it's going to get weaker. Because by then it will be a hard no. That is a time to go in when you have that fear of, let's say, going on a solo date by yourself and you have so much anxiety. That's a time to push yourself and be like, it's okay. Give yourself reassuring words and tell yourself, hey, it's okay to take it step by step. Some of the best things I've done had fear creeping in before I took the action. Some of the best breakthroughs, I had fear before it. It's okay to give yourself nurturing phrases that will keep you going and allow you to take small steps. If you have to tell yourself, I will only do this thing for 5 minutes, do it. Whatever will help you take the step to get past your fears. That's it. But you see, you have to develop a weapon for when fear comes your way. Because if you don't have any armors or shields, you have nothing to protect yourself. And you're wide open to fear when it comes creeping in, knocking on your door. It's going to walk all over you. You have to be ready when fear comes. You have to be ready to bite fear in the butt. So today, bestie, is going to be the day that you overcome fear and you're not going to let fear grip you and hold you back. But use fear to fuel when that fear comes. You'll be able to recognize it and keep on going. This is my letter to you. And by the way, if you're enjoying these letters, feel free to comment letter and I want to send you a mystery letter right to your mailbox so you can read these letters and be encouraged.